Good morning, everybody, or maybe good afternoon. I'm just going to go over what I had planned for you for this Tuesday. So we're going to, every time you want to see what's going on, if you're not watching these videos, which you should be doing anyway, um, I'm just going to go over the agenda with you. So just to recap, by the time Tuesday ends, you should have completed on Google Classroom the Monday's introduction of me, the multiple choice portion of the pretest, and then today's assignment, the written summary of the article. And this is something I did with my kiddos during the school year. And these are questions of identity I want you to ask yourself every day. It doesn't even have to be about school, it can be about your life. The questions are, who am I? Okay, what kind of person do I want to be today, right? What am I interested in? What do I like? Why am I doing this? Am I giving my best effort today? Am I trying to achieve the goals I want to? And if I am, why am I doing this way? And if I'm not, then why am I doing this way? Make every day positive, okay, guys? So then let's go talk about our learning targets and our success criteria. We're going to get to know one another when we are attending these live sessions. We're going to be good listeners. We're going to stay focused on the Google Meets, and we're going to limit distractions on the Chromebook and at home. And today on your own, you're going to thoughtfully respond to a summary of an article. You're going to give a clear description of what the article is saying. You're going to think about what the article is trying to teach us. And you're going to take your time for the best results. Okay, so that's on the agenda today. So now I'll show you the actual assignment, which you'll be doing on your own. This is the second part of the pretest. I wanted to space it out so you guys weren't feeling overwhelmed. It is the same article that we had read yesterday. And just for safe measure, I'm going to read it to you again before you respond to it, okay? Why Colin Kaepernick and I decided to take a knee. In early 2016, I began paying attention to reports about the incredible number of unarmed black people being killed by the police. The posts on social media deeply disturbed me, but one in particular brought me to tears. The killing of Alton Sterling in my hometown Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This could have happened to any of my family members who still live in the area. I felt furious, hurt, and hopeless. I wanted to do something, but I didn't know what or how to do it. And all I knew for sure is that I wanted to be as respectful as possible. A few weeks later, during preseason, my teammate Colin Kaepernick chose to sit on the bench during the national anthem to protest police brutality. To be honest, I didn't know at the time, neither did the news media. It wasn't until after our third preseason game on August 26th that his protest gained national attention and the backlash against him began. That's when my faith moved me to take action. I looked at James 2:17, which states, "Faith by itself, if it does not have works, is dead." I knew I needed to stand up for what is right. I approached Colin the Saturday before our next game to discuss how I could get involved with the cause, but also how could we make a more powerful and positive impact on the social justice movement. We spoke at length about how many of the issues that face our community include systemic oppression against people of color, police brutality, and the criminal justice system. We also discussed how we can use our platform provided to us by being professional athletes in the NFL. Speak for those who are voiceless. After hours of careful consideration, even a visit from Nate Boyer, a retired Green Beret and former NFL player, we came to the conclusion that we should kneel, rather than sit, the next day during the national anthem as a peaceful protest. We chose to kneel because it's a respectful gesture. I remember thinking our posture was like a flag flown at half-mast to mark a tragedy. It baffles me that our protest is still being misconstrued as disrespectful to the country, flag, and military personnel. We chose it because it's the exact opposite. It has always been my understanding that brave men and women who fought and died for our country did so to ensure that we could live in a fair and free society, which includes the right to speak out and protest. It should go without saying that I love my country, and I'm proud to be an American. But to quote James Baldwin, exactly for this reason, I insist on the right to criticize it perpetually. I can't find the words that appropriately express how broken I am to see the constant smears against Colin, a person who helped start the movement with only the very best of intentions. We were talking about a man who helped orchestrate a commercial plane full of food and supplies for a famine-stricken Somalia. A man who has always invested his time and money into needy communities here at home. A man I'm proud to call my brother, who should be celebrated for his courage to seek change on the important issues. Instead, to this day, he's unemployed and betrayed as a radical un-American who wants to divide our country. Anybody who has basic knowledge of football knows that his unemployment has nothing to do with his performance on the field. It's a shame that the league has turned its back on a man who's done only good. I'm aware that my involvement in this movement means that my career may face the same outcome as Collins, but to quote the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a time comes when silence is betrayal, and I chose not to betray those who are being oppressed. I have too often seen our efforts belittled with statements like, he should have listened to the officer after watching an unarmed black person get shot, or there's no such thing as white privilege, and racism ended years ago. We know that racism and white privilege are both very much alive today. It's heartening and infuriating that our President Trump has referred to us with slurs, but with neo-Nazis in Charlottesville, Virginia as very fine people. His remarks are a clear attempt to deepen the rifts that we've tried so hard to mend. I'm nevertheless encouraged to see my colleagues and other public figures respond to the President's remarks with solidarity with us. It is paramount that we take control of the story behind our movement, which is that we seek equality for all Americans, no matter their race or gender. What we need now is numbers. Some people acknowledge the issues that we face, yet remain in silent bystanders. Not only do we need more of our fellow black and brown Americans to stand with us, but also people of other races. I refuse to be one of those people who watches injustices, yet does nothing. I want to be a man my children and my children's children can be proud of, someone who faced adversity and tried to make a positive impact on the world, a person who only 50 years from now is remembered for standing for what is right, even if it was not the popular or easy choice. Okay, there's a rehash on our article. So then if you go over here, which will be posted shortly, here's the assignment for you today. Okay, you're going to read and provide a summary of the article, 1 to 2 paragraphs. There's a link to the article again if you didn't see it on the Google Classroom. And there's 4 things I want you to do today, kiddos. What is the main idea of the article? Why did Eric Reed take the time to write this? What is he trying to say? What are some points arguing against the author's main idea? So this is something we always want to look at someone's perspective, right? If we were arguing against Eric Reed, what would be the points? What would someone say that was arguing against him? What are some pieces of evidence that Eric Reed uses to help support his idea? So in the article, what are the things that he's saying or real-life examples that say, hey, maybe this is why we should be protesting? Then just give a brief conclusion of the article, a summary of the summary. How does this relate to real life? I mean, it's about real life. So just 1 to 2 paragraphs today, okay? And that's all you need to do. And once you're done, just submit it. There's also a copy for you to respond. So just click on that link and get typing. All right, good luck, guys.